the so-called atmospheric river that keeps moving across the region. In the past 6 months, Death Valley has seen nearly 5 inches of rain. That's more than twice the amount that typically falls over 12 months.
All right, David, thank you. After months of food prices rapidly rising, the cost rose slower in January. So what's behind the slow increase and what does that mean for the future of prices? Joining us for some insight now is Jeanna Smialek with the New York Times. Jeanna, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so you found that after months of rapid increase, the cost of food climbed at a slower rate. What's behind that?
Yeah, so we can really see this across both food at restaurants and food at home, so groceries. They've been climbing at a much more sort of muted pace in the consumer price index measure of inflation. And so we've been seeing that happen for a couple of months now. But what's really interesting is we're also seeing companies, as they give their guidance for 2024, saying that they aren't going to raise prices as much throughout the course of this year. We're really seeing firms predicting, big firms like Walmart, the big grocers that we all shop at, are telling us that they're not planning on raising prices quite as much this year. And so I think that it's sort of a mixture of factors driving it. Input costs are a little bit lower, so people aren't paying as much for sort of the raw ingredients. You're seeing that we're seeing some slowdown in wage increases, and that's feeding through to sort of lower prices for consumers at places like restaurants. And so the whole combination is really leading to sort of a more moderate pickup in price increases from some pretty elevated levels after the last couple of years.
And it was really interesting in your article about the food companies that said they are no longer raising their prices. And what other reasons did they give you all in terms of them not raising their prices, and if that'll be a steady practice for them?
Yeah, so I think the big one that I haven't mentioned yet is that we're seeing really consumers start to pull back a little bit when companies just try and pass on price increase after price increase. I think the clearest example of this is probably with Pepsi. Pepsi's a big food company. They obviously make the drink Pepsi, but then they also make a lot of packaged foods. And they had been across sort of their product portfolio really raising prices very quickly for several years now. And what we saw in the sort of last 3 months of 2023 is consumers really started to pull back. They had a big miss in sales. And as a result, they've sort of guided towards much more moderate price increases this year. They're only planning on something like 2 to 3% instead of the, much higher price increases they had been passing through previously. So I think this is really a story about consumers getting a little bit more cautious at the same time that a lot of those important costs that I mentioned earlier are starting to come down.
And speaking of consumers, many of them wondering, will we see prices go back to what they were before inflation? What did you find in your reporting?
Yeah, so I think this is one of the most common questions we get is, if inflation is cooling off, does that mean the prices are going to come down? And unfortunately, there's a big difference between those two things. Inflation cooling off means that prices are increasing, but more slowly. It does not mean prices are coming down. It's very rare for us to actually see a wide variety of products fall in price. That's what economists call deflation, and it's pretty tough on the economy. And so that is not what most people are anticipating. What most people are saying is the prices will go up more slowly. But I think there's a silver lining here, which is that wage gains have been pretty good recently. So I think there's a real chance that a lot of consumers across the country will at least catch up to these higher prices. So it's uncomfortable now, but hopefully with slightly bigger paychecks, people will eventually kind of break even here.
Okay, Jeanna Smialek from the New York Times. Great talking to you. Thanks so much for taking time out of your schedule to be with us.
Thank you for having me.
Julian Assange's lawyers opened a final legal challenge today in London to stop the WikiLeaks founder from being sent to the United States to face spying charges. NBC's Josh Lederman reports now from London.